the new subject. This is a quantity survey and contract management. Okay, so now why this subject has been introduced? First, try to understand this one. Okay, so this is the first class of this subject, and in this class we are going to discuss about the which modules or what is that? What are the different contents this subject has? Okay, so in the beginning, why this subject has been introduced, try to understand this one. This course, once you complete or once you study this subject, you will come to understand about how to estimate the different quantities. Now, as usual, when you complete your engineering, so you are going to work in a site or in an office. So generally, a civil engineer means what? Construction work related works he is going to do. Now, for that, before work or after work, so generally you need to prepare the estimation. Estimation is nothing but approximate quantities. Okay, so to estimate the work, what are the different works it is going to come? Okay, and once the work is done, how to get money? So when you do the work as a contractor from the client or the from the owner, you are going to get the money. No, so on what basis he is going to give? So on the basis of this bill of quantities. Okay. So once you do the estimate, once you do the bill of quantities, so at the end you'll get what? Cost of that project. You'll get what? Cost of the project. So now that is one part. So one objective of this subject. Okay. After learning this subject, you'll know to you're going to get estimation. You are going to develop the bill of quantities. At the end, you are going to get the cost part. Okay. Second main part, what exactly you are going to get, that is the valuation. Means what? Suppose you have so many properties, one or two buildings, one or two warehouses. So anything if you have, later on you want to sell them. Later on you want to sell them for a money purpose. So there you need to do the valuation. You need to do the valuation. What do you mean by valuation? So what is the present market cost? What is the present market cost? How much you are going to get? So that is nothing but valuation. So that is also you are going to study. And third one, which is the most important objective for this subject? This is the most important part of the syllabus. What is that? Understand, apply, create the tender and contract document. So what is tender? What is contract document? These two are very, very important terms. You bear in your mind. What do you mean by that tender? What do you mean by contract document? Okay. So now what do you mean by that one? Tender is the document, tender is the document before the start of the work. That document will be given from owner, will be given from owner to the different contractors, to the different contractors, so that they may quote their rates, they may quote their rates for that work. Suppose if you are a contractor, suppose so many contractors are there, 4 to 5 contractors are there. So now what will happen? There is a client, he wants to construct a small single bedroom building. So he will show the site, he will give the dimensions, and he will tell, my house should be like this. So he will tell that one. So now the different contractors will come and they will fill that tender document and give their rates to the client, give their rates or total cost of that project to the client. And client will see the tender documents from the different contractors, and whichever is least or whichever is good specification, he is going to give that work to that one. So that is called as tender document, that is called as tendering. That process itself is called as tendering. So nowadays in the newspapers and all you have seen, no, so different tenders will be called from PWD department, government department, irrigation department. So all those things are what? Tenders. They are calling for tenders. Tenders from whom? Tenders from the different contractors. Now what is this contract document? Once the tender is finalized and once that work is awarded to the particular contractor, there will be signing of the document. There will be signing of the document from client and the awarded contractor. So that client and awarded contractor will sign the document, and that document is called as what? Contract document. That sign is called as, the document is called as contract document. Are these objectives are clear? Objective 1, 2, 3. One is quantity estimation, second is valuation, third is tender and contract document. Now these three objectives or these three areas you are going to learn by studying these all modules, by studying these all modules. I hope now it is clear. Now, is that okay? Is that okay? Can anyone just reply? We have discussed the objectives of the project. Okay. Now, Sneha Rangres, is the objectives clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sachin Deshpande, objectives are clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Santosh Patil, objectives are clear for you? Okay, I think for him it is not audible. Swati Dabadi,
Yes, sir.
okay, my voice is clear.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Very good, very good. Okay, now, so we will just see what are the different modules we are going to learn. What are the different modules we are going to learn? Okay, so now can you see here module 1 is a basic part of the estimation, basic part of the estimation, where you are going to study small drawings, and in the beginning you are going to learn about the different terms. Means what type of estimate, whether it is approximate or whether it is a detailed estimate, whether it is a volumetric estimate, like that different small terms are there which are basic. Those things you are going to study. Second is unit of measurement. What do you mean by unit of measurement? Suppose you are doing a building work, whether the painting unit is different and excavation units are different. Do you agree? Painting is generally done on square feet or square meter. Excavation is generally done on cubic feet or cubic meter. Is it clear? Okay. Now, what do you mean by abstract? Abstract is nothing but all the items put together in one document. All the items put together in one document. Uh, what is that? Different documents and their different quantities and their different rates. So all those things in one sheet, which will give the total cost. So that is nothing but abstract for that project. Abstract for that project. Later on, you are going to learn types of estimate. Now, in the beginning of work, you do one type of estimate. During the work for billing, you do another type of estimate. Okay, if all the work is done, so you are going to add some new works. Means what? Already you have constructed 4 kilometer of road work and another 500-meter road is required for that project. So you need to do what? A supplementary estimate. So those things are called as supplementary. So approximate estimate means what? Just to know the probable cost of that project. Suddenly you are not going to call the tender. Okay, but as a client or as a project company, you want to know how much cost it is going to incur, so that I can go for loan, I can arrange the funds. So that things are called as approximate. uh, those things are called as approximate estimate. Okay, now we have seen approximate, we have understood supplementary. There is one word. What is this one word? Detailed. When it will come detailed estimate? Detailed estimate when it will come means when you want to get the approval. When you want to have the approval, that time you are going to get detail. So like that, you are going to understand different types of estimate, different units of measurement, and some different terms you are going to see. These things are done in the first part. In the second part, very important, the methods to estimate the buildings. The methods to estimate the buildings. Generally, we have long wall, short wall method, center line method. We are going to understand that one and we are going to solve the problems on that one. Okay. So by understanding the methods, you are going to do the estimation of these items. So when I say items, items are the small works which will come in a big project. Small works which will come in a major project, those things are called as items. Okay. So like that you need to understand. So anyone you can understand what is different items when you see a small single bedroom building, small single bedroom building? Can anyone tell what are the different items of work when you take up a small building? Can anyone tell? Srinivas Mantreshi, can you tell some of the items? Srinivas? Okay, he's not there.
Hello, sir.
Uh, can you just
Hello,
give
sir.
the names of some items in during the execution of small building?
Sir, foundation,
Okay,
then plinth, sir, wall, plastering.
okay, okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, so like that you can have a
Uh,
different items of the work. Okay, so like that you are going to calculate these things. So typically when you see a building, you will have excavation, you will have foundation. In the foundation, you may have stone masonry, brick masonry. Okay, otherwise, if it is a column beam structure, you will have footing, you will have column quantity, you will have bar bending schedule. So all those items, okay, all those items, wall, brick masonry, slab, plastering, pointing, painting, okay, windows, doors, sills, tiles, electrification, plumbing. So different items will come. So we are going to estimate those items. Okay, so that is about module 1. What is there in the module 2? What is there in the module 2? In the module 2, there are some typical components, building elements. Example, steel truss, manhole, septic tank. So these are also a civil structures. We are going to do the estimation. In the first part, steel truss, septic tank, manhole is there. In the second part, you need to do the road. Very, very important for a civil engineer. You need to have road estimation. So I think this portion, let us say when you are doing extensive survey, have you not done this part? How to calculate the levels, how to calculate the whether it is a cutting, whether it is a filling. Okay, so have you calculated the total quantity required? Yes or no? Just can you say we are going to discuss these all things, but for the time being, whether these things have you studied? Any person can tell. Okay, this is an intersection. Try to understand this point as we are doing online class. A reply from student in between, very, very necessary. Okay, try to understand. In class, I would have asked all the persons. Okay, but in online, some people just say yes, sir. Okay, like that. Whether you have understood or not, I need in between some replies. Okay, whether my question was road work during the extensive survey. Have you calculated the quantities in cutting, filling like that? Okay. Ritika Talikoti, are you there? Whether you have done this part in the extensive survey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was asking, no, please reply. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Whenever I ask some questions or something, no problem. Any persons can say just yes or not, no. Any doubts you can ask. Okay. Okay. So that was there in the module 2. Now, when you come to this module 3, there is a part called as the specification. What do you mean by specification? Specification is the description of the work. Suppose for a road work, excavation quality is different. For a building work, excavation quality is different, or any civil work quality. I'm telling about the quality. Okay. So for different works, you need have a different qualities. So much, what is that? Cement content like this. Okay. How much steel it has to be put. So like that, you have different types of work qualities. So those all things we call it as specification. Those all things are called as specification. Now, I will give an example. The painting quality in your house, a painting quality in a government building, painting quality in a government corporation office that is there in Belgaum, no? Some of the buildings are there. Okay, in any other cities. So painting quality in your house, painting quality in a building, in a government building, whether both are same, whether both are
No, sir.
same? No.
No, sir.
Very okay. So why? Because the quality of work will different from project to project. Quality of work will different from building to building or project to project. So for different project, there may be different requirement. So the depending upon the requirement, quality of work is fixed. So those things are called as what? Can you tell? Those things are called as? Yes. Can anyone reply? Those things are called as? Swati, what are those things? Sneha?
Analysis of rates.
No, 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 no. The qualities of work for different types of buildings which have been written in a document before the work is awarded, those things are called as specifications. What are those called as?
Specifications.
Very good. Those are called as specification. Specification will tell you about the work quality, how the work should be done, what type of labors should be used, what type of machines should be used, how much cement should be added, what should be the finishing, how should be transported. So all how, where, when, what, those things we call it as specifications. Okay. So those things you are going to see. So now, anyhow, in a building or in a road work, so many items will come. Excavation, footing, RCC, PCC, shuttering, centering. Okay, what what is that? Dewatering, watering. So every work will have a specification. You do understand this point. Every work will be having specification for different works. So we are going to see a brief or detailed specification for different items of work which we generally encounter during the execution. Which we generally encounter during the execution of the work. I hope it is now clear. What do you mean by specification? Whether it is clear? Can you reply anyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very good. I need answers like this. Okay. Whenever I ask, I should you should reply these things. Okay. Next part, what is this? Analysis of rate. What do you mean by this analysis of rate? Suppose you are a owner. You want to construct a small building. Suppose for excavation, how much rate I should give? For BBM, brick masonry, okay, block brick masonry, or what is it? Coursed rubber masonry, CRM. So these are some of the items we are going to learn. So for this 1 cubic meter of excavation, for this 10 square feet of painting work, for 200 square meter of plastering work, what should be rate I should give it to contractor? How much rate I should give it to contractor. So you are going to analyze, no, how much material it will consume, how much labor it will consume, and how much profit you should get. So all those things you are going to calculate and get one small number for 1 unit of work. A small number that is nothing but its amount for 1 cubic meter or 1 square meter or one per kilometer. So like that per unit you are getting, no. So those things are called as rate analysis. The work, the calculation is called as rate analysis. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All persons can say yes or no. All persons. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So those things you are going to learn. In the module 4, after completion of engineering, this module 4 and module 5, If you are very good in these things, you become a manager easily. These first three things are engineering type of learning. I hope you are going to understand. Engineer's job is different, a manager's job is different. Okay, so manager will always be above the engineer's role. Okay, manager will generally manages so many engineers under him. Try to understand. So now that is what the word, what is highlighted word here is, what is the highlighted
Man
word?
Management.
Very good. So these modules are very important when you see more than technical terms. So engineers generally will be doing these three works: estimation, site execution, specification, rate analysis. All those things generally done by engineers. But managers will be concentrating on these three things. These things. What are those? Tendering, how to tender, how to fill the tender, how to get the work. Only after getting the work, no engineer will come. Before, no, if your work is not there, how you will get? Okay, so tendering is how to get the work. Okay, so try to understand contract management in that how to fill the tender, how to get the work, what is the process, what are the different documents you require during tendering process. Suppose if you are a owner, you will give blank tender for the your work. Suppose you are a contractor, you get the blank tender from the owner and you fill your rates, and you will, after filling that tender, the filled tender is given back to the owner. Filled tender from contractor is given back to owner. So that process is called as a tendering process, and that process sometimes it is called as bidding process. I hope it is clear. Now that filled tender is called as a bid. It's called as bid. Now you understand the terms. What do you mean by tender and what do you mean by bid? Can anyone reply? Can anyone reply?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Santosh, Sachin, Shravan, Sneha,
Yes,
Swati,
sir.
Shravan, Shiv Kumar, Mulimani, hmm? Shiv Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Somu, Venkat Gowda, Vinayak,
Yes, sir.
hmm? Shri, Shri, Shri Narayan. Okay. So those things you are going to see in this module. In the module 4, you are going to see how the tender is called. That is called as invitation. Pre-qualification means what? Suppose you want to do that work, minimum labor, minimum material, or minimum criteria is there to get that work. So those things are called as pre-qualification. And what is this administrative approval, technical sanction? This generally comes under public related works. So bid submission, how to evaluate the bids, how to evaluate the tenders. Okay. So once the tender is given and awarded for a particular contractor, now next comes the contract. Now next comes the contract. So in the contract or contract document, what are these? Award of contract is there, letter of intent, letter of acceptance, notice, elements of tender documents. So you need to refer PWD, CPWD, ICB, International Competitive Bidding. So NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, NHEPC, NPC. So like that, different government bodies are there. So typical contract documents. So those things you are going to learn here. And we have other types of contract also: lump sum contract, item rate contract, cost plus contract, labor contract, EPC, BOT, subcontracting. So we are going to see. Now, when you come to international contracts, there this FIDIC type of contract forms will be there. CPWD, NHAI, NTPC, these are all there in India. Okay, Indian contractor, Indian owner. When you go for overseas foreign contracts, then these things will come. FIDI. We are going to see different items in that also. Okay. So what is there in the module 4? You are going to see tendering process, bidding process, what are the different documents in tender, what are different documents in bidding, and what are the contract document, and types of contracts, and different types of contract nationally or internationally. We are going to see these things. Okay. Module 4, the content is clear for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Module 4 content is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, in the last module, once the contract is awarded, what are the things to be concentrated? So in module 4, before the work started, or before the work is awarded, or during the work is awarded. Okay, so that point, module 4. Module 5 is once the work is awarded, once the execution is started, what are the things a engineer, what are the things a manager should concentrate? Okay, those things will come in module 5. So that is the name given. What is the name given? Can anyone read?
Contract management post award.
Contract management, how to do the management of a contract post award. Post award means what? After the work is awarded, what are the things? So what they generally will come? What are the performance security? What are the mobilization advance? What are the security advance? So all these advances will come. I will just give an example. Advance. Advance means what? You are a contractor. You are going to do that work. You are going to do that work. Client will client will tell, Baba, I am giving the work of this 10 lakh rupees, but you give me a guarantee that you will complete the work and you will hand over that project me back. He is going to tell like you. So what type of guarantee you are going to give? No verbal guarantees are this one working here. Okay. They are going to give some advance. They are going to give some advance. The advance given by contractor for the work he is going to do to the client, to the client. That is called as performance security. That is called as performance security. Are you understand this point? Performance security means I am going to complete your work, sir. Don't worry. I'm going to do your work. No defects will come. No defects will come. So that is my performance. So that type of performance I am going to give. And you keep this 50,000 from my side. Only after successful completion, only you give my back 1 lakh. I will do your 10 lakh project work, but in the beginning only I am giving you some amount, or you deduct my amount from running bill. Monthly running bills will be there, no? You deduct some 10,000 from every running bill and you keep it with you. Only after completion, you give me that deducted money back. So that is called as performance security. How many people have understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Shri, Shreya, Sridhar, Sneha, Somu,
Yes, sir.
Swati. Understood? Performance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Yes. Very good. Very good. Ranganath, is that clear? Ranganath is not there, I think. Ritika,
Yes, sir.
this performance part is clear. Sachin Deshpande, Sandesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sandesh, sir.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that clear?
Understood, sir.
Okay. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, whenever these different, I think these all terms you are hearing it for the first time. Yes or no?
No, sir.
Hmm? Which term you have already come across? Which term in this one? Someone said no, no. Which term?
Whole term, sir. Whole
Huh?
term. Syllabus, sir.
Total, this all things you have studied, huh?
Yes, sir. In diploma.
Okay, okay. In diploma, okay, no problem. For diploma people, I think the some of the things have been studied. I'm telling other people, no. Generally, I'm telling, no problem. For diploma, no problem. We are going to see once again. We are going to learn it. Okay, as a engineering student, no problem. Okay. So now, one more term is there: mobilization and equipment advance. So From whom to whom? Can anyone tell me mobilization advance or equipment advance? Who will give to whom? Who will give to whom? It is advance. Something is given. From whom to whom? Can anyone tell? Shri, can you tell me this mobilization advance? Who is going to give to whom? Shri. Shri is not there, I think. Shreya, can you tell me? Shreya Chogle. Okay. Sridhar Akski is there? No. Somu Vadeyar, can you tell me? Somu. Vinayak Pujari.
Sir, client go to contracts.
Very good. The advance, that mobilization advance, is given from client to the contractor. For what? To mobilize his resources. For what reason he is going to give? To mobilize the resources. Very good point. Okay, be alert in that one. So similarly, we are going to see so many advance. Who is going to give to whom, and what is the purpose, and when that advance is going to be returned back. When that advance is going to be returned back, all those things we are going to see. So all those things will come under post contract management. Post contract management. Okay. Apart from that, some terms are there. Liquidity damages. Liquidity damages means what? Suddenly you you damaged something, and that is incurring a cost for the owner. That is incurring cost for the owner. So that time he is going to deduct some money. So those things are called as liquidated damages. Apart from that, bonus. What type of bonus? What should be its percentage? On what criteria it should be given? So all those things you are going to learn. You are going to learn those things. Okay. So last part, that is valuation. That is valuation. So in that you are going to see what is the cost, what do you mean by estimate, what do you mean by value, okay, what do you mean by capitalized value, supply demand, threshold, lease, sinking fund. So these are all things we are going to learn one by one. So syllabus portion, whether all the people have understood what actually they are going to study. I need to ask that question. What exactly they are going to learn? Hmm? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I need some more people to reply for this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So, for this textbook, there is one textbook is there. What is that? B.N. Datta. B.N. Datta is there. That is estimation and costing. It is available in the library that you can have. Okay. So B.S. Patil is there. Okay, for the these two modules. These two modules it is there. That is one copy is with me. One copy is in the this one. So all the things are not necessary. But one more book which is there. Uh, okay. So what is this? B.N. Datta is there. B.S. Patil, Chakraborty is there. You can refer these three. Any one book is sufficient. Okay, Datta, B.N. Datta, it is a very good book. You can refer this book. Okay, you can refer the book. Okay. I think we will stop today in this class. In the next class, we will start with different terms. We will start with the module 1. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you
Okay, sir.
very
Yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, sir.